They say distance makes the heart grow fonder. Not on Mars. At least, not yet. Many of us were sent here to do our time. Building the world of our grandchildren to commute our sentences. We'd trade our blood and sweat for hope. Hope that on our release days we would get our chance under the Martian sky, looking up at our small sun and twin smaller moons. Who wants to wait that long? What if that's hot air? Who can wait? Well, we don't have to anymore. Olympus Overdrive, the fastest, deadliest race in the universe, is back. A partnership between Mars and Earth has been struck, and now Martians and Earthers will be racing around the Olympus Mons for glory and money. A lot of money is changing hands, and where there's money, there's opportunity. There's plenty of ways to get ahead that don't involve Vulcan Turbo XR12s and a NOS booster. Every day is a race to survive for a Martian. Do you have what it takes to win yours?
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the finale of Olympus Overdrive, everybody. I'm Eric, your MC and host for the session today. This has been a long time.
1 week since you looked at me.
Yeah. Yeah, this is I can't believe it's been 5 weeks already. It feels really, really short. Like, I feel like this is episode 3. I don't know. I guess I don't know how to count or anything. But this is it, and I'm super excited to be here. I'm still just so excited. I'm full of excited to see what we're gonna do today. Vimbar, what's up? How are you?
Hello, I'm all right. It has not been the greatest day of my existence, but I'm here now, and this thing we have made is making me feel better because it's a good thing, and I'm with these good nerds, these good nerds, and we're going to do cool things, and they're probably going to kill me because my character is a maniacal dickbag. That's a technical term. I don't have anything else to mention at this particular juncture. No, Ash, what's good?
So many things are good. We've been talking about this before we went live, but I had the most insane session of Pathfinder that I have ever played on Wednesday. And coupled with hitting like an all-time viewer high, we had like 40 people watching my show the other day, and I was slowly going mad in my brain while Dave and Elf were just driving me crazy with
just breaking Pathfinder.
Breaking my game.
There is no other way to play Pathfinder.
And it's been crazy, and it's been good. And I played some XCOM, and I've gone 2 like streaming sessions in an XCOM campaign, and I haven't quit yet, which is pretty good.
Nice.
And I started designing a game. I actually finally made the design document for my CSI Powered by the Apocalypse game.
Oh.
So we're gonna.
This is good.
We're gonna see where that goes.
All hail Greg.
Are your stats like mind, cool, and then one is just sunglasses?
I haven't come up with the stats yet, but we'll get them.
Now, GM facing shit first. There's a procedure here.
Yeah, I've got to make my agenda and my principles and stuff.
And everything else flows through them. Yeah,
pretty much. But yeah, that's been me. I think I go to Luke.
Yeah, you got it.
Luke, how's it going?
It's going real good. I was on leave from my work last week. That was great. I played a whole fucking bunch of role-playing games with some real cool nerds down in Adelaide, where I don't normally get to hang out. I got a haircut. It's pretty awesome. Because I missed Eric's old hair, so I decided that I would get Eric's old hair. And then yesterday I ran a playtest of my West Marches-ish game I'm writing, and it went real well, and a character died, and they killed a god, and it was a lot.
Wow.
Yeah, that's pretty much my life.
That's all you could ever want.
Sam, how you doing? What's up?
I'm good. I'm very sleepy today, but it's okay. I got an overfilled cup of coffee there, which is, the amount of coffee I drink is way too much.
That's not possible.
You want to bet?
This is what our high speed race driver needs is the caffeine shakes.
It doesn't. Yeah. Once you turn like 25, you can't handle coffee. Like I have a rule now where I'm really old. I realize I'm having my midlife crisis this year, and which is a little early, but I think it's a little late for me. We'll see.
You're just ahead of the curve, my dude.
I have rules now where it's like no coffee after 5. Like now, otherwise I know I can't sleep. I just can't do it. So that's it. Otherwise, I play D&D, and I've been overly frustrated with D&D. If you follow me on Twitter at all, probably 95% of my tweets are about how much I fucking hate it, yet love it. It's kind of like my ex, but I hope she's not watching. But I had a good game, and I realized how powerful a sea hag is, and the party kind of hates me now.
Yeah.
But that's it.
I also did that to some players.
I have blown the party over twice with a lightning bolt spell each time. I don't know what it is. And they're all new players too. So like when they die, they're like, "This is the fucking worst." How about you, Andrew? I saw your Twitch thing. Tell Tell me about that. I was going to ask you on Twitter, but I was like, this deserves more than 140 characters.
Yesterday was pretty insane. I released a song for Nebula Jazz, which is on right now. And I was also the Twitch staff spotlight on Twitch Weekly. Because the wonderful, amazing, incredible Nadja Tristeray, she spotlighted me, and I got to like 6,000 people, and my phone blew up with new follows, and I cried. It was
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Trist is good people.
Yeah. That's like the first, like, a little insight into my life. I quit school. I'm 4 courses away from my bachelor's because I'm like trying to go hard on writing music. Mm-hmm. This month has been hard, and then suddenly a shot in the arm yesterday from that, and I feel like I made it, and I cried a bunch, and it was so emotional.
I'm feeling a real need to like reach through the internet and give hugs to a couple of y'all, because it sounds like some people have had rough weeks, but like I'm glad we're here now.
Yeah, but also today is the release of the Dark Fantasy tune on my Patreon. So
fuck yeah, and it's a great tune.
It should be live right now, actually, as of 12 minutes ago.
Can we just delay the start of this game by a moment while I go make sure I'm back?
I've got the notification on my phone.
Yeah, definitely go to. Do you have it? Is it drummerboy.cash or is it?
No, it's patreon.com/drummerboy.
Yeah. All right.
I might.
Cash would be hilarious though, with like the money sign.
Yeah.
Andrew, you may finally take my Patreon virginity and just. I've been sitting there and I've been. I could read you like that music is so good.
I am.
Maybe finally.
I back way too many people on Patreon.
We could make that super awkward, but we're not going to. I'm just gonna say thank you so much.
Yeah. Oh well. Let's add to this.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to be putting up a vote soon for the next tune. So if you want to get in on that at the beginning, you can do that. And I'll be starting that on this coming Wednesday on stream. I think that's all the shilling I can do and all like the emotional I can do right now. So,
that's good.
Andrew, can I put in a vote now for something Magical Girl themed? Because Magical Girls are awesome.
I'll put that on the poll.
Yes.
Give us a transformation sequence theme, you coward.
Right.
I'll put like an anime thing and we'll do that. I'm gonna try to like stagger. So like I didn't like since I've done a Dark Fantasy tune this time, I'm gonna take that off the list, replace it with something else, and do that as we go on. So let's play some Sprawl. Let's do it.
Let's sprawl in oats.
Let's do the thing.
I want to kill someone with my monofilament whip.
Yeah.
I've not had a chance to get violent.
You got that? You got that? That's good.
That was so you just like slipped it right in there. You're just like, I'm just gonna try this out real fast. And I'm like,
I think I missed the putt, and I'm so angry at myself.
I caught it.
So, mission 5. It's the day of the race, everybody.
Yay!
Everybody is super excited. The faint sun is rising over the horizon. I'm not sure how much of you guys are actually sleeping, or like were able to get some sleep at all. But
I feel very well rested.
There's a frantic knock at Charlie's door, and you hear a very familiar voice. However, it's in a certain state that you just can't help but be worried about. It's your wife. Heather has. Obviously, she's like whispering, and her voice is quivering as she goes, "Charlie, you have to let me in, Charlie, right?" And more knocks on the polychrome door.
Yeah, so I let her burst in and like quickly like get a cup of water or whatever we have out for her. And I'm just like, come on, calm down. What's wrong?
She she closed the door, but she before coming inside, she always looks down the hallway of your tiny little micro apartment complex and comes in and says, "Listen, I saw what Pop was doing, and you can't race, Charlie. You cannot race today." And she says with tears coming down her face, "They're gonna kill you."
She's not the first person who's tried to kill me, Heather. You should calm down. I'm doing this for us.
I know, but last night he moved the bets.
What do you mean he moved the bets?
He's betting against you. That can only mean one thing. You know Papa only bets on sure things.
I think like Charlie like does the like very dramatic not looking at her while he's like filling up his own cup of water thing, and he like stops.
Yeah.
And then I'll like regain myself and light like a cigarette or like I don't know, an e-cig, because Charlie's cool and hip like that. And I'll yeah, I know he's not really. I'll look back to Heather. I was just like, I didn't know he moved the beds.
I don't think anyone does. I don't think I was supposed to see. But once I saw, I had to sneak out and I had to tell you.
So, well, don't you worry about it. One way or another, I'm going to get you back to Earth. Whether I come with is secondary. As long as they don't tamper with Brooklyn, I can get myself out of anything.
You know, I would never leave. I would never leave Mars without you. You know, her head's down, like facing your chest.
Yeah. And I think it just like we like quick flash cut to like Charlie in the shower.
Okay.
And like like towel on. She's probably like passed out like asleep or something on the couch.
Yeah.
And then I'll go to like probably out my dorm. There's probably a communal phone booth that like the whole block uses. And I'll still in a towel because Charlie doesn't give a fuck. And it's like sexy fireman towel placement. It's like real nice. And Charlie's gonna call. I'm gonna call Matt.
Matt, it's
for the garage specifically. Yeah,
it's like 4 or 5 in the morning, right? It's soup. Like I said, it's just barely dawn.
Yeah, it barely rings once. I'm like, hello. It sounds like I've been up for hours.
Yeah, Matt, it's Charlie.
So
can't sleep.
Me neither, bud. You want to come see some upgrades I've been working on?
Upgrades. It's a little late for upgrades, don't you think?
It's never too late for upgrades.
Don't tell me it's on my Brooklyn.
You know it is.
Matt, you know I like to be run through these things. I'm supposed to drive with upgrades without knowing how they work.
They're pretty intuitive. I know you. I know you, all right?
I'm sorry. I'm a little stressed out. But is the Brooklyn okay? Can you do me a favor?
Sure. What up?
Can you run a diagnostic on it? Make sure nothing has changed that shouldn't be there.
Nothing I didn't put in there. We'll do it.
Can you do it for me anyway?
Yeah. Listen, man. Try to get some sleep. I'll run the diagnostic. You'll have it on a data pad in the morning.
It is the morning, Matt.
A few hours. I've been up for a day or so.
Yeah. Yeah, this is like typical race morning feeling, but like times 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so Charlie's just like, I'll be down there by noon at the latest.
Cool. See you then.
Depending on traffic.
Okay.
And then Charlie is going to call Scoop.
Yeah. Scoop.
Or wherever I could get a hold of Scoop. I have no idea. Do you have like an office?
No. If it's like during the night, that she'll be like in her like apartment. But it takes a while. Like it rings a couple times before she picks up. It's like yeah. What?
Scoop, it's Charlie.
Charlie, it's like 2 a.m.
It's like 6, maybe. And Scoop, they changed the beds. Dickens got the beds changed. They're not betting on me anymore. Something is up.
Okay, give me like 20 minutes, and I'll meet you at the garage, and we can have a look at things.
20 minutes at the garage. Got it. And yeah, Charlie will walk, I guess, like get dressed, walk Heather back to wherever she's supposed to stay, or stay. I don't even know. But Charlie will leave and meet at the garage, as you call them, across the pond.
Yeah. Okay. Real quick. So, drummer boy.
Yo.
Matt, Flynn's acting weird looking at the window.
Yeah. Just for like actually mechanical stuff, I'm gonna use the customizer move on the Brooklyn.
Okay. And this is the modifications.
Yeah. So I can broadcast that, show you what it is. Does that mean I get to add a tag depending on how long and stuff?
Yeah. This is the workshop move from Apocalypse World. Okay. Yeah. No problem.
Yeah. So what's the
don't worry about the
tag
time.
Brooklyn.
This is you being obsessive and working on it and getting something. Oh, so what are the existing tags of the Brooklyn? 1 second.
Yeah.
Fast and
responsive.
Yeah.
Its weakness is picky.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna.
What are you doing to me, boy?
I'm gonna add the aggressive tag.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Get that note to 60 up.
What does that look like?
Like the alignment that was off a little bit from earlier, like last episode. I put an extra fitting in there to make sure it fit just perfectly. And when I did that, like it needs a little bit of extra power to like keep that going. And in my obsessive state, I was kind of mulling over the church situation, and I didn't realize that I put like an extra 50 horsepower worth of torque.
Yeah, it's like overclocked
Yeah.
to the point where it'll like just blow up if it gets treated wrong.
We're playing Fast and Furious the anime. Is it not just NOS?
It's pretty much NOS, but you want to be. If it's picky, you do want to be a little bit careful. So I'll go over that with you when you get to the garage.
Okay.
I'll show them like the simulations of like what it did before. It was like 0 to 100 in maybe like 9.5 seconds, and now it's 0 to 100 in maybe like 6.5 or 7.
Oh wow, that's quite the improvement.
So I'm like, watch out.
Yeah, it's spikers.
This is more power than you remember.
Yeah, love it. Cool. So yeah, we cut to the the jingling of do you keep your key card on chains? I imagine you do, Charlie. And yeah, we hear the door open. We come in, right?
Sure,
You're there.
yeah,
You're at the warehouse. You're at the garage.
The
Brooklyn's there.
Yeah, we'll just say we're all three of us are there.
It's probably like raised right now with the wheels off or whatever, because like you were working on it, or maybe not. I don't know, but I imagine you have that scenario.
Might be on like some grav tracks. You know how they do like the roller tests before, like tune-ups?
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking of, right?
Pretty much, I'm doing that, like tuning, torquing, and analyzing.
I think we get like just the end scene as if like implied that Matt has already described what he did to the changes to me, and we just get like Charlie's reaction to it.
Yeah,
where it's like I think my reaction is like loading a gun and pocketing it in my waistcoat, and I'm like, no, yeah, you read my mind. Aggressive is perfect.
Okay,
or we can get. And then I think like Scoop enters at that point.
Yeah,
Alone.
Yeah, it makes sense that she'd come alone.
Yeah, okay. What is I'm really curious personally as a player. What does like a 6 a.m. Scoop look like?
A 6 a.m. Scoop is she's wearing yesterday's tank top, so it's like covered in like dust and like grease.
Binary Apocalypse t-shirt, tank top.
Yeah, definitely. Which is it's a white tank top just with binary, like it's the word binary apocalypse in binary just repeated in like black lettering
in the shape of a mushroom cloud.
Someone please draw that.
Yeah, someone actually designed this shirt. We'll sell it.
That's actually like ASCII, binary ASCII art. Yeah, totally.
Eric to make a Teespring campaign shirt for it.
Yeah.
We got to get the merchandising going.
I'll write a cover tune. If this is actually a thing, I will write a song.
I will. Yeah,
Do it.
I'll buy a shirt. So that's
Multi-platform marketing for Olympus Overdrive. We've got
so-
shirts.
now we have to do season 2, Eric. God damn it.
So she's wearing this tank top and it's kind of greasy and dusty. There's what looks like a bit of red lipstick on one of the shoulders.
Classic.
Her hair is like just tied up in a top knot. And she's just got her like long jacket on.
Yeah.
And like hands in pocket.
So it's probably like a joke when you like enter in that Charlie's like scoffs at like how you look because Charlie's like always like pristine and clean, but Matt just gives you like the nice because he can read the binary too, so he knows the shirt.
Yeah.
So it's like just a double perspective, and I go to Scoop. I'm just like,
We're like
need to talk.
Slayer fans. We're like Slayer fans that meet each other on the street. We're like Slayer.
yeah.
Binary apocalypse.
Yeah, and Scoop's got she's got like she's got like free coffees.
Yeah, Charlie will grab one like without even asking. It's like grab one like perfect. Scoop, we need to get in.
The baby driver soy calf holding hand, like the tray with the different ones in it for sure. Yeah. Totally. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, what's going on? It's too early for me to actually remember 20 minutes ago.
I think like Charlie like closes the door behind you, like making sure like, hey, like no one's listening in and shit.
Yeah.
Necessarily that doesn't want to, even though Scoop probably has a recorder on her at all times. Charlie doesn't care about that. So I look to you and I go, the bets, they've been changed.
The bets? Whose bets?
The bet's on me for the race. Do you know what Dickens is up to?
Dickens is busy.
Call me. I so dare you call me.
You hold on, baby bird. We'll get to you.
Dickens is busy engrossing himself in corporate culture.
Bullshit. Dickens has got everything to do with bets. If he's not entangled in this somehow, there's no way.
Back a while ago, I sent the racing commission after Papa. Maybe he worked things out with them.
The thing about Dickens is he may be the worst kind of human being, but
maybe
I think he still wants you to win. And I don't know, if people are moving bets away from you, that's probably good on our side.
How could it possibly be good, Scoop?
Because the odds are going to change. Your odds are going to get better.
Yeah.
Charlie like looks at this slightly. But it's Big Papa's bets that have moved, right?
Yeah. So just for the record, before this evening, you were like near the top. Like you have like you're kind of a favorite to win, right? Yeah, and someone betting against you has like really, really, really good odds, or really bad odds, but like really high payout, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Papa has moved all of his shit.
Yeah.
And
that's what Heather says, right?
So my minor understanding then is it doesn't matter what the odds are, what the payout is, Scoop. If my benefactor has moved his bet, he no longer believes in me. If he no longer believes in me, there means I might be in trouble here. If I'm in trouble and I don't win, I don't get to go to Earth. I don't give a fuck about the credits.
Yeah, Scoop looks at you and says, "Okay. So why did you call me? What do you want me to do?"
I thought you might have heard something. You're an investigator, no?
Charlie, if something happened last night, between last night and now, I was asleep. I mean, I can go look if that's what you want me to do, but I can check sources. But
Charlie, I'll look frustrated and I'll just. Are you doing anything this morning? Are you free?
Charlie, it's the day before the race.
Fine, you're coming with me.
I have like a dozen articles to write.
Well, spare an hour. And then we don't really have a vehicle. We have like Brooklyn, but Brooklyn has like one seat.
We established last time it has two.
That's two.
It's like a rally car. I guess.
But yeah.
It can fit
imagine
two
we'd
uncomfortable.
go.
I'll like
somewhere.
I'll like look under Brooklyn to like get to Matt. I'll, like bang on the side of Brooklyn. Matt.
What?
Come on, we're going for a ride.
Hold on, I gotta take Flynn out. He's acting weird.
I'll do you have a gun?
You need to take him.
Matt, do you have a gun? Are you like, an owner of a gun other than your dog and a tank and probably a bazooka?
Sorry? Do I have a gun?
Yeah, do you own a gun? Like, is there a gun in the shop?
Yeah, I have that AR that I got the guy's head last
I'll
episode.
slide it under the car so it like hits you on the side. And I'll be like, no, Matt, we're going for a ride. Bring Flynn with.
Where are we going?
Don't worry about it.
It's you looking out the hollow window, you see for a second the silhouette of a animatronic cat before it jumps off the banister and goes down the alley.
Well,
That's what Flynn was looking at.
Brooklyn has like the gull wing doors.
Yeah.
And then like I just like look at Flynn. I'm like, come on, guess we're going for a ride.
Yeah.
So we hail a cab.
And Flynn's a good boy, so.
Yeah.
So we hail a cab. And this might be up to Luke if he wants to be the cab driver or not randomly. Because I don't know how else to get a hold of you.
just like a side job or something.
Just like one of your 21 personalities is a cab driver.
I just imagine
identities, personalities.
Yeah. I can always just imagine that, like, at any point, Fortune can just come into a scene, being like, so like, he comes out of a cabinet, being like, "What's up, everybody?"
You can eject yourself however you want, Luke. But we hail, and we're gonna go say hi to Dickens.
All right.
So the idea of why I'm like getting Luke is in. This is kind of like a cool moment if all five of us were in this next scene.
Yeah.
I mean,
no, totally, right?
Yeah.
I very much feel it's entirely plausible for Fortune to be with Dickens.
With you. Yeah, that was my other idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, but yeah, if you've got a cool idea, Fortune.
To my mind, they are, but not as Fortune.
Okay. I mean,
There is a new member of the gang who we haven't met yet in the shop right now.
Yeah.
And we'll see what happens.
So yeah, I guess if it's like we get the shot of like you guys getting into the cab and like Scoop and Matt being pushed in there, and Chai's just like leans over to the driver's window and says, "Take us to the Great Expectations," with that look of like, I don't want to do this. And then we cut to like it's the floor of my bookie, but there's no one in it except Dickens, who's standing like right in the middle, and the there's like a hole that's been opened up in like a little table that usually people like rest drinks on while they watch races and games and stuff. That has a cable pulled out, and he's standing next to it, plugged in to like his shop, and the screens are just data. And he has been monitoring
like a waterfall of feeds.
And like he technically doesn't need to look at the screens, but it's weirdly comforting to him to just be bathed in this electronic
to bask in the light glow. Yeah, that's exactly.
Yeah.
So it gives us the viewer the impression of it's like raining. Like it gets that sort of like flickery effect to you, like you're looking through like a light and it's raining and that's coming through the window with the condensate. Anyways,
and I think there's way too much stuff going on these screens to actually be decipherable. But yeah, it's very much like Matrix code. And I guess I have a quick question for you, Eric, because I would definitely have been watching these odds changes happening, because if Big Papa didn't do it, I was going to. Because I want to bet on the best odds for Charlie to win.
It's obfuscated, so you're gonna need to make a roll to spot this.
I mean,
you should definitely hide this roll from the rest of us.
I mean, it's this thing of like
the information.
My job is to like watch this stuff.
Yeah. And I'm telling you that this guy was doing it on the down low and hiding it. So in order for you to understand that, I'm going to need you to like put like
that seems fair. This feels like
it sounds like research.
Yeah.
going to say.
I mean, this
Absolutely.
does definitely seem like
Yeah, and obviously your feeds are what you're reading from.
yeah.
Right.
So I'm going to use synth because I'm definitely using my cyberware to do this. Because
Seems legit.
this is literally what my cyberware was designed for. So let's see how good I am.
9.
That's yep,
Do you
9.
have-
So
Do you have any help, or are you cool with a 9?
I mean, if fortune is there, I don't know what they could do to help me. I don't think I have anything I could call on. Like, I want to have a discussion with you about exactly how much Miss Paladin is panicked and giving me whatever I want to get the job done later in this session. But I don't think she can help with this because
No,
my
that's not
end.
what I'm. No, I was thinking of something about particularly maybe your links between you and Charlie, and like if there's something there that could end up being considered help. But
I don't
if
think.
not,
I think 'cause
that's
I've
fine.
been doing this all night. Like when
Yeah,
Matt
yeah,
has been tinkering with the car, I'm tinkering with the odds.
Okay.
Um,
I was kind of expecting you to come up with something kind of like creative, flashback. You have been, you have some certain like tags on him or something, and it's fine. Don't worry about it. All right, you got a 9.
I don't think.
Right?
I don't think I've got. I think this because this is the thing
cool.
that's like.
All right. You get to ask me a question, and you take it.
Yeah. So so I am. Where would I find blank? House curious blank. Who what is related to blank? Who I play blank? Who what is most valuable to? Why is I shoot blank and blank? I mean, I guess I'm kind of torn between where would I find Big Papa and then who or what is. That's actually not the question I want to ask. So I guess it's I think it's at the end of the day. Like my opinion is, I'm gonna bet when Charlie's odds are lowest, or like the highest payout for me, because I'm gonna try and cheat him into winning, or counter cheat Big Papa, I guess. So I guess my question is, while I'm observing all this and like pulling IP addresses and such for bets coming in and whatever the hell else I'm doing, seeing like bookie shops or like dealers come through, I want to get where could I find Big Papa?
Okay, wasn't expecting that question. Okay.
Yeah, no,
yeah.
I mean, I'm just gonna like it's backtracing it through like because I almost imagine this like stuff of like which bookies are placing these bets and like it's slowly coercing that data down into a finite area and comparing that with what Stu told me about him.
All right. Then us as players know the relationship that Papa's doing this, and obviously Heather told Charlie. But I don't think what I'm saying is that I don't think you would have been included on that unless Scoop told you, right?
That's fair.
Because he's hiding this through anonymous betting, right?
Yeah,
and because of that,
it's like,
and so like,
my question is I can see like because this is a kind of thing that I would do,
right?
I don't think I need to know it's Big Papa. I guess my question is where can I find who's doing this?
Right.
I want a door to knock on.
It's okay. Yeah, I mean, I guess you can knock on a spaceship, but it's coming from a breathe-free freighter. That same one that's in the air.
Okay. Do I have a name for this ship?
Yeah, it's probably got to have some cool Latin name to it that I haven't thought up yet. Luke,
I mean,
what is it?
Is it
Luke, you have
Mercury,
it.
the Roman name for Hermes?
Yes.
That could be a good one.
Yeah.
God of messengers.
Hermes, yeah, but it's got to be like Hermes Paradox or something like that. It's good.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
the Mirror of Mercury would be a good ship name.
Yeah.
if we're going with Roman and Latin.
Yeah, let's go. The mirror. It's the Mirror of Mercury. Okay.
Mirror of Mercury. Okay. I'm just gonna make a note of that because me and Miss Paladin gonna have a conversation.
That Breathe Free is definitely facilitating a lot of these micro transfers of bets against Charlie.
Yeah,
Like,
and it's like I start narrowing down. Like, okay, all of these are proxies for their.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, cool.
And so if you want to find him, that's where he would be.
Yeah. The Mirror of Mercury.
Yep.
Breathe free freighter. Sweet. Save changes. Okay. So yeah, I guess just as they arrive, I think the thing is, so we can delay this conversation until after I talk to my team, is that like we see me pull my phone out and just text Miss Paladin to say like, can you get me on the Mirror of Mercury? And like the sound effect plays as like the knock on the door happens. I think would be, or whatever, however you choose to enter my humble shop.
Yeah, so we'll get that answer after you guys talk. So go ahead. Yeah. So yeah, you guys come in.
Yeah. So like, it's probably more of a kick than a knock. If your shop is locked, it's like kicking the door at this point.
Yeah. So, Fortune, are you here?
Yeah, I'm like, here's the question: do you know I'm here?
Yeah, I like the idea of like Dickens not knowing and you even saying.
To my mind, the way I'm imagining this scene, right, is that like the lighting is like really like low. It's like dark in the shop except for this like glowing waterfall of like code.
Yep.
And I'm just like tucked away in a dark corner somewhere, just like sitting comfortably with like my feet up on a table,
I mean,
just like watching.
I don't think I would have kept you out if that's what you're worried about. But if you want to sneak up on me, you are the infiltrator. You could have done.
No, I just like Fortune likes to make an entrance, you know, and also.
So
like,
yeah, I hear like the kick sounds at the door.
This is interesting.
I turn to the door, and then you're walking to it.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
And do you look like you?
Nope.
Or do you?
Oh no.
So would
no.
Okay, so I guess the follow-up question to this is which of
who do you
us recognize
Yeah,
you?
so this is Ajax, who is you have dealt with each other before. Like Fortune has played this role like in heists with you in the past.
Nice.
This is their bodyguard like persona.
Okay.
So their hair is like dyed like a deep Martian red, and is like coiled up, like on their head, and their suit is in like all of these like grays and browns and oranges, but like white at the top. And so there is visually like a very strong resemblance to like Olympus Mons. And I think like as they open the door, like we see it framed in like the outside. And like I think Charlie, I think you recognize that it's Fortune, right? Like there's only so much they can do with the face to people who know them.
I was gonna say that Becky probably just twigs it automatically. It's like, hey, Fortune.
Yeah, exactly. And they're like, and there's like prosthetic scars, right? Like this on their face, and they've just got like a knife, and they're just like cleaning their fingernails, and they just open the door, and they're like, "Lovely to see you all."
I think Charlie like pockets his gun again, like holsters it as it was out, and I holster it, like pushed by Fortune, and like I'm like Dickens.
I turn with like the Ethernet cable still coming out the side of my head.
I'm like, so for everyone else watching, because Dickens can't really do anything at this point because he's like hooked in. I'm like walking on a mission, like I'm about to hit Dickens. In case anyone wishes to interject here.
Yeah, I think Becky probably says, Charlie, think about what you're gonna do before you do it.
No, please stop.
Use your head.
If you're gonna hit him, make it good.
Yeah, Fortune is just standing there in a very still way. And that is all I'm going to say.
Dickens turns because Dickens is capable of using the front half of his brain while he's doing this, and goes, "Charlie, someone wants you dead."
Yeah, boot to the chest, kick you over onto the ground, gun out, pointed at your face.
I mean, like, I imagine this like pulls the cable out of my head, and yeah, there is a moment of like, fuck.
You get like dump shock.
Yeah, it's probably not as extreme, but it is still very uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's a splitting headache for a little bit, but yeah.
Yeah, and like my I think I like, and we see the hair slide back, and the electrostatic that holds it all flat while it's stored in the rest of my skull undoes, and my hair floats free again. I'm just like, good morning to you too. I see you're feeling chipper for the race today.
Shut it, Dickens. Papa moved his bets. Why? I'm like, gun is like pointed at you.
My good man. I didn't know it was Papa until you told me that. Could tell you where he is.
Shit. You have your nose so far up his ass, if he wiggled, you would feel it first.
Charlie, our positions with Papa are remarkably similar. He holds the only person I give a damn about hostage too. Or did you forget that you sold my friend to him?
Wait, did I?
Yes.
Sam is forgetting. Who is this?
Twist.
Okay.
You gave Twist up to Big Papa.
I didn't know you never got Twist back.
No, I haven't.
No.
And there is a note
funny.
on my sheet that says vengeance.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Charlie and Big Papa.
Yeah.
I remember that too. I just assumed that she went back.
No, I've never
yeah.
gotten Twist back, and
So I presume that, like, in response to this, we get, like, a reaction cut back over to, like, the three of us standing uncomfortably in the doorway. And Fortune now has 2 knives. Just, like, where did the second one come from? Good question.
Yeah, so
Becky's just drinking her coffee.
but yes,
I'm just like making small talk with Scoop. I'm like, so race day, huh?
I go to stand up. I don't ask permission because this is my house. But yes, it's like, and just brush myself off and go, Charlie, I've been monitoring the odds in this race all night. I was intending to do a little bit of manipulation myself, make sure that I had the best bets laid on you, but someone else took the liberty from me. Why does he want you dead? Because I presume that's the end game here. You've become expendable in some way?
You're the rat. Shouldn't you know?
My good man. You shouldn't call me a rat when you want favors.
I don't want a favor.
You want to live, don't you? Or at least
I'd
your
like
wife.
your brain scattered across that far wall, but I'll take with a favor. All I want to know is why Papa moved the bets. The race doesn't matter.
Well, if you want to go ask him, I just have to make a call. That is, Miss Barker, if you're quite comfortable with me using corporate contacts, or am I not allowed to do that anymore?
You can do whatever the damn well you want, Dickens. I'm just not going to feel good about it.
Oh,
I like how
pains me.
I love how calm Dickens is with a gun to his face.
Yeah. And this is like Fortune is not displaying any confusion, but like internally they're recalibrating their understand. They're like, okay, there have been some changes. Let's just update the mental diagram of
model,
the emotional landscape.
The mental model. Yeah, exactly.
There have been some changes. Okay, let's just
relaxes too. Like my gun is relaxing down back to my side, but it's still in my hand.
Yeah. So Dickens smiles. I think it Scoop's words and goes, "Well, it seems I have permission." And I pull up my phone. Do I have a response to my text?
No.
Well,
it still even shows you the unread sign on it.
Okay.
Do we see that on your face?
I think we see a moment of like. It's not so much as no. I don't think there's an expression because Dickens. There's the thing of like. Dickens is not calm with a gun pointed at his face.
Yeah.
But he can act calm. And in the same way, he does the very like dramatic head tilt of like, how strange. But there's no like actual explanation.
There is a heavy moment that hangs in the air. And then we hear the door to the Great Expectations open. And serendipitously comes in Gemini Paladin and a couple guards.
Wow.
They say, "We need to talk." And yeah.
Yeah, I guess it's just Dickens leaning across the counter of his shop as everyone else is like, what
Well, you guys were.
is
I thought you guys were in the. You guys were in the back. They came in through the front.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, no, we
so-
probably moved into that.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Well, I think Fortune, like Ajax turns around and with that very like polite professional bodyguard like expression, is like, certainly, provided that your gentlemen are willing to wait here.
Miss Paladin, you're perfectly safe in my premises. I would like to have this meeting with a relative absence of guns. Charlie, why don't you put the handgun down on the counter in front, and the two lovely armed men there I'm sure will stay, and it'll all work out mellow.
I think Charlie's going to read through either Dickens. Either I'll roll, if you want me to roll, to see how much acting you're doing.
I mean,
It's on you, as you as a player.
I mean, I think if you want to know anything about Dickens' internal motivations, you have to read him, because the dude is like.
I think Charlie. I mean, I
Lies
just
on
want to know
lies
whether
on lies,
Charlie
yeah,
just wants to know
totally.
whether you're like shaking. You know, like whether you're actually off kilter or whether this lie that you're putting on is like a.
Yeah, but I think I can assuage a level of that with like. I think Dickens will say, "The man you wish to speak to is aboard a space freighter that our wonderful associate, my client here, can get us access to. I think this is a meeting you want to take."
So while this is going on, Becky's hand has gone like into a pocket and she's like clicked on her recorder.
So all right, so
I'll
Charlie.
take my bug.
Charlie's gonna strong arm Dickens. I'm gonna grab Dickens by the back of the collar, walk him to a chair. Tell him it's to the same chair. I'll like pick the chair up. We'll take a foot, like kick it up with a foot, have him sit in it, and like motion for Miss Paladin to come too and like sit down as well.
So I think Swag. I think Fortune makes eye contact with Charlie as this is going on, and it's like. There is a very even, contemplative expression on their face, but I think implicit in this moment is the threat of like I'm letting this happen. Do not test my patience too far, or bad things are gonna happen.
Charlie's just like nonchalantly motioning with the gun, like them forward, and then I'll sit Dickens down. I'll be like, "Fine, you want to talk? Talk."
Miss Paladin, can I take a seat? And I like lean without leaving the chair, lean backwards and grab like my brandy snifter and two glasses. And I
All in
pour
one
one to
hand.
myself, and I pour the other, and I hand it towards Miss Paladin if you wanted the septic scoop. But I go, I would pour you one, Charlie, but I'm sure you should be very sober when you get behind the wheel.
Charlie like defiantly grabs one,
So
like leans against the wall.
Yeah, I mean, because I know Miss Paladin doesn't really drink on business.
no, and she waves it off, saying, "Not until we do one of those readings," she says with a very sardonic tone.
Well,
"We need
then.
your services, and I'm afraid we have no more time to spare."
Well, this sounds like it's very urgent. Luckily, while we may remain relatively ignorant of Martian cultures, I have just such the person. Ajax!
Yeah, we cut back to Ajax. No knives are like the knives are just like miraculously nowhere to be seen, and instead there's a deck of cards.
Yeah.
And I turn to Miss Paladin and I smile and I go, "Why don't you tell us all about it?" And I guess this is where we roll the move.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, yeah, and while you're doing that, I can expose a little bit. Exposit.
So.
And to think I wasn't gonna get any use out of those sleight of hand skill wires. Nope, I'm gonna use the fuck out of that fictional positioning.
Do it, my
Is it obvious your fortune yet?
I think Matt has probably twigged, right? Like,
Yeah.
So probably in the
mean-
back, I hand Scoop 5 credits. I'm like, you're right.
5 credits.
It's just like we're having like this background thing. It's like that's
Yeah.
totally not. Totally is. No, $5.
Flynn's,
Yeah.
Flynn's
Sorry,
here, right?
sorry. Very, very quick one.
Yeah, Flynn's
from
here.
me. Ajax,
Flynn-
like I know.
Flynn is
of course,
growling.
they them. Oh, at who?
Sorry, what?
Flynn's growling at Gemini.
I mean, fair. She's
I'm like, I know.
she's
I
maybe
know,
even
boy.
slimier than me. She doesn't even get drunk. So just to quickly check with
Yeah.
Lou. Fortunes they them. Ajax is they sounded masculine presenting.
yeah, I think they're probably mask presenting.
Hmm.
I think you probably still like. I think people who know them probably still use they them.
I guess the difference is that I would always use they. Dickens would always use they them, but Dickens would respect your code. Like they would refer to. They know each identity's pronouns.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I think Ajax is he him.
Okay. I just want to ask.
Yeah.
Cool. So, I will roll to get the job. That's a 9. If my reader would like to help.
Yes, I would like to make the aid or interfere move, Eric.
Yep.
And I believe that since my sleight of hand skills and palming like the right card is part of this help action, I get the +1 from my skill wires.
I believe so.
If that sounds reasonable to people.
Yeah,
All right, cool.
that's how you're helping.
So let's see how this goes.
Nailed
So
it.
good numbers.
It's an 11.
All right. So that's
You were
a 10
aiding, not
plus.
interfering, right?
Yes, I'm aiding.
Okay.
So let me ask, just at a player level, just to step back a moment. Mathen, how do we feel about this person? What's the vibe I'm getting off Dickens, right? Like, are we about to threaten this person? Are we about to manipulate this person? Like, what kind of thing are we about to offer them?
I mean, how long have you been back? Because I've only known this person for 3 days, and have you been?
I think I've been back for like a day.
Okay. I think then what I have told you about Miss Paladin is that probably the conversation was Gemini Paladin is a desperate woman with resources we can use. Desperation is very easily wanted.
She is
Yeah.
so hard, dude.
Sorry.
She is using you so hard.
I mean, Dickens thinks he's using her. She thinks
I know
she's
it's
using
so
him.
great.
I don't know if either of them are right.
Yeah, okay. So here's what happens, right? Like, Ajax walks over to the table, away from the bodyguards, and is shuffling absently this deck as they go. And it's like an old we've seen this before, it's like an old analog deck.
Yeah.
And they draw the card off the top and lay it down on the table, and it's Mars Reborn. What would be the world in a usual tarot deck.
Fucking appropriate.
And then and so they lay it down on the table, and then they start walking back. They don't even turn their back. They just back away. And we the camera pulls back, and we see behind them, palmed in their hand, and it's Olympus Mons, the tower.
Yeah.
Is the one that they actually drew. And then they just fade back out of shot.
Oh, it's so good, especially because you don't know what happened in the last session, and you don't know what this lady's doing.
Yeah.
Nope.
Oh,
Yep. So here's what's going
I have
on.
some guesses.
Yeah.
it's perfect.
And she has a pretty serious demeanor when she says this, and says, "I'm afraid we only have until, by our calculations, until a little bit after the race to get this done. If you want to save Mars." She says in a very
An eyebrow,
the
goes
last part goes
so
very clear.
goddamn high.
Yeah. The camera leaves the Great Expectations and goes over to the Olympus Mons, and we see down in one of the lower levels of the technical terraforming facility, we see several like gauges of like bar graphs going up, and you see them hitting like they stay around green, and now we've seen them raise from green to yellow to red to like hitting the tops of the scales, and that's when and we hear overlaid of this imagery, we hear Gemini's voice going, if we're to save Mars, we're going to need to find the other half of our solution. Breathe Free has been constructing a virtual intelligence to mitigate the terraforming effects, but I'm afraid that some of it has escaped, and well, it doesn't find that it's very suitable to being stuck underground. And we don't know what form it's taken, but we have a feeling that it's part of it's freedom, it's independence, and, well, if we're going to save Mars, we need it to reunite with the rest of its system to stop.
I just side-eye Flynn really quickly. As soon as she says, like, we don't know where it is, I'm just like, side-eye Flynn.
You side-eye Flynn, Becky side-eyes you.
Yeah, it's like...
And I noticed this happening, and I side-eye Becky? No.
Yeah.
Hey, Macarena.
Just cuts between every character going,
No.
It's really hot fuzz.
Right,
It's like...
stopped.
Yeah.
Okay. So...
To make it worse, you're not the only ones looking for this. And she says in a very, once again, like a very, just like very corporate, very business feeling. We have competitors.
When are they not competitors?
She looks to everyone who's a Mars. Like, I guess so. I guess you look to Fortune. Who are you right now? Ajax.
Yep.
So he looks to Ajax, looks to Becky, and looks to Matt, and says, "I'm afraid there are some people who do not want to see this Martian experiment go on any longer." And we cut back, and for a couple moments, we cut to the Mirror of Mercury hold, and we see like the captain up there, as well as we see Wolfgang Bachmann Jr. Shaking hands with Papa, and it comes back down to us again, and says, "I'm be willing to help you and offer as much services and information as we can, but I'm afraid all we have to go off is very limited, and time is of the essence." And so, questions,
yeah.
and then choosing the 3 from the list below. Obviously, the employer is identifiable here, so like that's not a thing.
Yeah.
So
I guess Dickens will go. So your little science project to save the day succeeded. Good to hear.
Partially.
I was very worried that Scoop was going to get her story published and then die in a horrific cataclysmic flow. Would have been very sad to lose such a spark. Any idea what it looks like at all? Should I be searching the internet or should I be searching meat space?
We've been scouring the nets, and we believe that it's taken itself offline in the form of a body.
So some robotic or downloaded thing is out there with the secret to this planet's survival.
Yep.
You've
How alive is it?
How alive? Is your question?
Yeah, how alive?
Is it self-aware?
It seems to if it's escaped.
You
If it has wants,
She's trying not to give away the fact that she thinks she's already spoken to this thing.
Yeah.
And saying, like, when you say a virtual intelligence, are we talking Siri or are we talking Wintermute?
More like Wintermute.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
good. Right, great, grand.
And that's the question she actually says.
Brief.
Like, are we talking Siri or are we talking Wintermute?
Yeah, Yeah, I'm afraid that science fiction has become reality in circumstances. And she looks around you. Look around you.
Says the people living on
Yeah.
Mars. But fucking, honey, we live on a spaceship. Okay.
Breed 3's been working tirelessly along with Vulcan on developing certain materials and technologies for this terraforming process. Part of that was I don't want to say cyber brain. I need a better technobabble than what's coming in my head right now.
A self-managing ecosystem.
Yeah, a self-managing damage mitigator. Something that could contend with the reactivation of the Olympus.
Well, I'd rather like it if my new little colony didn't get buried. So we'll take your job, Miss Paladin. As ever, it's a delight to work with you. We're going to need your full and entire cooperation in this particular matter. We also have a few extra favors on top of our regular consulting fee that we'd like to ask. Is there any... I'm sure if any other information arises, you'll give it to me without any particular hustle and bustle on your end. I'll need you at my disposal. No more leaving me on red. When I waggle my phone.
She says she shakes her head and says, if you know what's good for you, you should get rid of that immediately.
They'll
find it. They'll find you through it. You need to get rid of it.
I just want to point out, it does have the tag encrypted. Which I guess,
maybe that's why you haven't thrown it out, but that's certainly a vector of attack against them.
Fair. Yeah,
them,
no,
right?
I mean, yes, it's a thing of... You have to make the move to...
Yeah, I know.
But yes, I go well... I'll keep an eye. Don't worry. Yeah, I don't think I have any other pressing questions. I guess Dickens rolls off a couple of practical questions of where, he asks for how we can track this thing, which we will get to when we start in the fiction of moves, but I don't think we need to show on screen. So unless anyone else has any good questions to ask, I'm gonna try and pick the options from Get the Job.
Yeah. Can I make recommendations?
Absolutely. Well, yeah. Hit me with your things. I'm gonna let you know right now. Dickens picks the job pays well.
Can I make a recommendation from a player level?
Hit me.
I don't think the job pays well matters in this mission.
But it matters to Dickens.
Yeah, it's I would love that. Finbar wants us to succeed, save Mars. The day is great, but I know that the thing that Dickens will do is squeeze this woman for every credit he can get.
Sure. I think both gear and intel are important, and I think not drawing attention in this meeting is incredibly important.
While I agree the importance of not drawing.
So I would say the choice is, if you want the job pays well, then you make the decision between gear or intel.
My argument to the contrary on a player level is that this room currently contains an executive of a company in charge of terraforming this planet who's in the shit for having failed to do so.
Mm-hmm.
The favorite racer who's rapidly becoming an unfavorite.
Mm-hmm.
Becky fucking Barker.
Yeah.
And Dickens, who has... I have a move called Reputation.
Yes, I have a move called Famous.
Yeah.
I know. This is
but,
why this is why we don't want this meeting drawing attention.
I'm just sitting there going, does it make sense?
Yes.
Alright. But I don't. My question on a fictional level is: can physically all these people be in one place without it drawing attention?
I think
it's not like this shop
on
is
race day. Yeah.
But two of the people in this room are important to race day.
So that's not unusual.
I feel like we're hidden in the signal, right? So much is going on.
It's the Mr. Universe thing, right? That there's so much signal that there's so much noise that
the meaning is buried.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. This is not because I have given up on a payday. But I will take gear, intel, and job pays well. However, gear and intel are going to be very much that like I have her on call, so, which I think is because Dickens isn't going to share with the people who pointed a gun in his face. But yeah, I think I will do that. So we're taking gear, we're taking intel, and this meeting alone, probably, because I can't imagine anything we're going to do from now till the end of this session is going to be under the radar. This meeting is under the radar.
Yeah. Sounds good to me.
But yeah, okay, so I'm doing well on intel and gear so far. Okay, cool.
Should we do some beginning of mission moves?
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's hustle.
Oh, I've got to ace. I've got to ace my most for story move.
Do we need to stake cred?
Yes, we should do that first. Eric?
Yep. Let's get ready to stake cred. Let me write out let me get a new text box open so we can start doing it.
Sweet.
Okay. Who's going first?
I'm gonna stake 4.
Can you stake 4?
Am I allowed to? I don't know.
I'm gonna pull up the rules.
I'd like to.
I don't see why you couldn't.
Cred.
I feel like for each one over, you think you raise the legwork by...
Yeah, can we check that? Because if it's like any amount over, that's one thing. If it is gonna take it up, that's another thing. So like,
anything other over 2 definitely does, and so I'm not sure if it's one for one.
Like 1, I'm fine with. If it's gonna be 2, I might dial back just a little.
Getting the job.
I'm pretty sure.
Where's staking cred as a thing in this book? I'm looking at running missions, but I just don't see it.
Yeah, I'm just trying to like control F.
Staking cred.
I don't see it.
It is proving tricky.
Okay, it's in cred, earning cred.
Oh, okay. I'm fine. Look, I'm fine if it. Let's just say. I think you would have to raise one for every additional coin. It raises the legwork.
I'm just gonna go 3 then.
All right,
I'll stick with 3.
Okay, Eric, I have a question for you.
What's up?
Can I, outside of the staking cred, put a bet down, as that is Dickens' thing? Okay, so this is just for the job, and I can separately put a bet on the race.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So what are you wagering for this mission, and then what are you doing for the betting on the race?
So I will do 3 cred on the mission, because again, I physically cannot not raise the legwork clock. I love that XP. No small potatoes. And then for the race, I'm gonna go all in and bet 13 cred on Charlie.
Okay.
I mean, look, Dickens. I'm willing to trade 5, right? If you want to make a group bet, I'm down for that.
I mean, Dickens has very much offered like his associates, like, yo.
Yeah, totally. I'll chuck in 5.
Okay, so should we get a pull down for Charlie winning the race on the screen? But like, I think one of my things is that when I thought Miss Paladin needed to get the hell off Mars in a hurry because she was going to get murdered by her own corp, it was like, I'm gonna squeeze every penny out of her for our get the hell out of Dodge fund.
Actually, I've changed my mind, Eric. I am staking 7 cred on Charlie to win to take the group bet up to
20
because it's a nice round number.
Okay.
Can we just call it the Dickens and Fortune Retirement Fund?
Betting. Well, everybody's betting their livelihoods on this race, so I feel like it's pretty reasonable here.
So we can stake 2 without raising the...
2 the safe amount, 3 and up is legwork.
Yeah, so the problem, right, is 2 cred, and we get the _3 at the end of the...
No, we don't. We only get ×2.
We didn't
take the job.
We picked it. It went unnoticed.
Oh, yeah, okay. Well,
it pays well.
Then I'll just stick 2. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
There's
Matt?
There's no physical way I can get to 20
2.
cred.
Matt and Charlie, are you guys wagering anything at all? 2?
I'm not wagering.
No.
You have to wager at least 1.
Do you really?
Well, like,
Yeah.
I mean, not on the race. 2 cred for admission.
Oh, on the mission.
Well,
Yes,
I only have 1 cred, so 1 on the mission.
and you're not just not betting. I just love the idea of like Charlie not betting on himself, and everyone like me and Fortune going,
I got stuff to buy. If things go down, I gotta pay people to fix their shit.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I have 13 cred, but I'm just gonna sit on that.
Take it easy.
Dickens's money is very much tied up at the moment. So I guess I should mark my character sheet. I don't have any money.
Okay,
Mm.
I'm gonna roll my nose for a story. I really hope I get a 10. And I don't think there's anywhere I can get more from.
Oh! Oh
Wow.
God! Scoop is rolling well.
Oh, that's your nose for the story too, right?
Yes. Give
Yeah.
me that whole.
I mean, this meeting.
This makes sense. Yeah, I mean, it kind of makes sense. This is it, right?
Give me all of that whole.
Oh.
All right.
I get freehold, which there's 3 ticks on my story clock. I basically just need to only spend that on gathering evidence and nail it every single time. That's all that needs to happen.
Just roll 3 perfect rolls, never miss, and everything will go great. You'll be super famous on this deserted barren rock.
All right, I'm gonna hit storage.
It's time to dredge up everything you've got.
I mean, look, Scoop. If you, I'm willing to make the help move. If you need help, we're
Yes.
still kind of pals.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
One
I
extra
saved
gear.
you from goons in a diner once. It's chill,
So,
friends.
yep. Mark XP when you get the job. Mark XP when you discover that you're looking for ideal. Mark XP when you find them. Mark XP when you start the race. Mark XP when you complete the race. And then when you hand over ideal, mark 2 XP. But if
Can we mark directive experience as we go this session? Just because I think a lot of us are going to hit like our last advance mid-session.
Sure, that sounds fun.
Yeah.
I'm
Then we'll be
yeah,
able to take like extra moves or something.
I physically can't hit it, so
Then I also have when you refuse to hand over ideal, mark 4 XP.
oh.
That's as soon as you mentioned that, I'm like, that's where my brain is going.
Yeah.
It's a thing.
So, yeah,
It's a
I'm,
weird-
I'm being all out and being explicit about my directives today for the
Yeah,
finale.
I mean, yeah, it's our job to play.
I'd
into
rather
the
you guys see what you want to do.
dramatic act.
Yeah, see.
Yeah.
But yeah, pretty much.
All right.
It's going.
Okay,
We're going kind of neuromancer today.
I
with
need
the
to
fate of Mars
hustle.
on the line.
Roll that hustle.
Do it.
Okay, so I roll plus edge.
Yeah.
Boom.
This is
Uh,
you
so-
hustling.
I should have stated I'm doing all 3 because of the last session. So my three are debt collection. I gain plus gear, which is very good because I need gear. Brokering deals. I gain a cred. So imagine this is just like facilitating other bets.
Oh.
I'm just scraping commission off the top, which is my 1 cred is my operating funds this mission, and my protection. So the profit on protection is my associates have my back. Can I just do a very quick scene?
Sure. Tell me.
So after we browbeat the shit out of Miss Paladin,
That's what was happening.
which is very much like, you are going to give me everything you goddamn have, because otherwise I will leave you hanging and you will be killed by your employers. We cut to the warehouse where Twist is being kept.
Yeah.
And she's like tied to a chair and probably looks like shit. And there's like guards wandering around, and there's just a sound of like punctured metal as like bullets push through the walls, and like all the guards fall down. And then this like garage door rolls up, and Twist strolls in, flanked by breathe free corporate security, and like flipping a knife, and just goes, "Now, Twist, I'm not paying you to sit around.
Yeah.
And I have my gang back. The mutual
Yes.
friends are in business."
Perfect.
Right.
And cool.
There's one more move. I took a move on my advance. I broadcasted in chat.
Mhm.
And here's the roll. Fuck. Never mind.
When you're
You're a master of making connections between seeming and unrelated events. Start of a mission, roll edge.
Basically, to gain hold for a research question at any time. But
miss.
Nope. That's fine because that just made the legwork clock harder. And perfect. So then, before we jump into the legwork phase here, I think we're gonna go to our break at this point, and then
Cool.
come back here and do the second part and the finale of Olympus Overdrive. So
Don't
see you
say
guys.
that.
I know.
Rock
See you
this
guys
shit.
on the other side.
6 seasons and a movie.